Last night, Washington crowned a new Miss Washington USA and Miss Teen Washington USA.
And this was just last night, and they're joining us live in studio right now. Imani Blackmon in red, congratulations. And in blue, Marianne Bautista. Congrats to both of you guys.
Thank you so much.
I mean, so what was the moment like? Let's start with you, Marianne. That moment when they announced your name and put the crown on your head.
I was in complete shock.
Really?
If you watch the video and see my face, I just made a big O with my mouth. I just was not expecting it.
Or are we going to see the moment?
What about for you, Imani? What was it like for you? Oh, here we go. Which one was first? Was the teen first? Or
Yeah, the teen first.
So you kind of saw that play out.
Right,
You
my
guys have
heart
been doing
was
this
beating
before.
fast. Oh
What
my
about for
goodness.
you when that moment came for you?
I was bawling my eyes out. Like
Really?
you can see, I went down and I was bawling.
Oh, here we go.
There she goes. It was an ugly cry.
I'm getting chills right now.
I've done this for so long, so to finally have this moment was incredible.
It has to feel surreal because what time was this last night when you were crowned, both of you?
The pageant started at 3, so probably almost around 6.
Okay,
Wow.
so
That's
we're
a
just
long
barely
night.
going over 12 hours though,
Right.
right? Really?
And we've
That's-
already signed paperwork at dinner last night, and now we're here.
Wow. So, like, what do you attribute your wins to? What do you think kind of put you over the top?
Well, definitely my favorite part of the competition would have to be the formal wear segment. And I feel like formal wear is where I showed my personality a little bit more, especially with my dress since it's my favorite color. And I thought that hopefully catch the judge's eye.
Yeah? What about you, Imani?
For me, I think what put me over the top was just being genuine to myself. I knew that this was always something that I wanted to do. So I knew if I just was myself and confident, then that hopefully that would play through with the judges as well. And it did.
Well, as young women, what do you think, what platforms are important to you?
My platform is representation and inclusion. I think representation matters so much in all aspects, and I actually work with the Miss Amazing pageant, which is a pageant for girls and women with disabilities. So my goal this year is to have the first ever Washington State pageant and to have a bunch of girls come out and get that same experience that we do when we compete in pageants.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
my
What about
gosh,
you,
what about
Marianne?
So for me, I've always been passionate about neuroscience. And at my school, I started a neuroscience club because my aunt in the Philippines currently is living with cervical dystonia. And I wanted to win the title to spread awareness on these rare neurological disorders, especially for people who are living in developing countries.
So what happens now? You're going to do, I'm assuming, a little bit of a media tour and celebrate and kind of try to breathe and take it in. And then what happens over the next months, year?
We have amazing sponsors that are going to help us get prepared for Miss Teen USA and Miss USA. So we'll be working a lot towards that goal, and then also, of course, a lot of appearances.
And how can people follow you through your journey over the next year?
Well, they can follow me on Miss Wa Teen USA. I'll actually be making a post about that, but we'll be keeping our updates on our whole reign and anything that we're working on. Yeah.
Yes, and you can find me at Miss Wa USA on Instagram and Facebook.
Wow.
Real quick question, what would you say to girls or parents who are watching this now? Like, what would you like to say to them to maybe inspire them to be like you?
I would say if you were ever interested in doing a pageant, and I know that there's a lot of cliches about pageants, but I've learned so much: public speaking, interviewing skills, poise, and confidence. And I think that every young girl should jump into a pageant because it teaches you so much. I started when I was 5 years old. And this next year is my 20th anniversary of pageants, and it has been an incredible journey. So I would say get into it.
Yeah.
And definitely, I'd also say stay true to yourself, especially to young girls who are growing up. Believe in yourself and be self-confident. And I definitely believe that pageants helps me see that about myself. So join a pageant if you're interested. It really helps.
Fantastic work. Congratulations to both you guys.
Thank you so
And
much.
Imani, thanks so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us the morning after the big win.
Yes.
We're very honored to have
Love
you guys
it.
here.